Now, I personally never thought I would be making a video related to the drama, but I feel like I need to speak about this as I have been following the situation for quite a few days now. I personally feel that I also need to voice my opinion about this whole situation. Now, before we get to the video, I want to warn you that this video will contain mentionings of suicide, harassment, pedophilia, more personal real life stuff, and etc. If you are not interested in the drama whatsoever, you can click off from this video as this is going to be all about the drama, so yeah. Like and subscribe, join my community if you want. Without further ado, let's begin. So, chapter 1 will be a recap from all of this, how it all began up until Click made his response video. So if you're caught up to this, you can skip right away. I will have time spent stamps so you don't have to read through all of this because many commentary channels do this shit. So yeah, anyways, let's go. So all of this began on April 20th with one of Legal Eagle's editors going to Illuminati's community asking for video editing help. Illuminati then for some reason found quote-unquote proof of Legal Eagle quote-unquote copying her style of videos on one of the segments, even though that quote-unquote proof she provided is so bad because this type of editing style has existed for many years. Then another person hit her back by copying word to word from a 1990s documentary. This issue has been resolved in Illuminati's response video as she deleted the tweet, admitted guilt, and apologized to Legal Eagle, which kinda, I guess, is a happy ending to this little drama, I guess. But this little misunderstanding sparked some of the old staff and friends from Illuminati's side back in like 2020, 2021 to come out and speak up about her wrongdoings. One of the main ones were Click, Wonder, and Oz. All three spoke up about Illuminati's mistreated people to levels never heard before, screaming at voice chats, harassing them, spying on their servers, manipulating their own staff and how they were supposed to live, and much more. These accusations made a lot of small to medium-sized commentary channels to hit at Illuminati, which forced Illuminati to finally make an apology video about 5 days later or something after this, after the Legal Eagles, drama thing. And this apology video was more like deflecting blame, using fancy language to try and blind the audience. Blind the audience by using the most fanciest of language to think that she's quote-unquote the civilized one here, using poor proof and blowing the bubble about minor things. I highly suggest not watching her apology video. It's basically 40 minutes of half of the video trying to act professional, to the other half of the video getting into very personal things, and at the end she became very emotional instead of calming down and finishing the video when she is ready to. If we are to divide her response video, it's basically addressing Legal Eagle plagiarism, misunderstanding drama, which has been resolved and thankfully has been solved. Then she moves on to TheClick, accusing him of housing pedophiles in his Discord server and taking poor action to deal with misconduct. Also attacking him for saying the R word back in 2010 or something on a Minecraft video. We will get back to TheClick later in the next segment. Afterwards, she moved to Wonder, which in my opinion was the worst part of the response video. The entire segment was just talking about extremely personal issues, which Wonder never even brought up. She literally showed suicide notes to the public. Afterwards, she moved to the issue of the car, essentially, which is in the video. She took out a massive loan and paid about $40,000 or $60,000, just basically a huge amount of money for a car to someone she knows has mental issues and has problems and is very poor. And literally, about 1 month later, she repossessed the vehicle and did not return any belongings Wonder may have had. Wonder has actually lived with Illuminati and kind of worked for her, but she said that he did nothing there essentially. But instead, she paid so much fucking attention and money to him for some unknown reason. I don't understand what Illuminati is trying to fucking manipulate here essentially. So the whole segment is just personal, real life stuff that should have never ever been released to the public. The last segment of the video is Oz. There's nothing really to be said here as she got very emotional about it, and that's basically it. A completely useless segment of the response video as well. Now that you've caught up with the drama, let's move on. If you want more proof and all that shit, you can just go dig up some commentary videos or the documents that have been released by these people. They have all the proof. Just go and search it. I'll leave some links in the description about all of this for you to go and find it. Alright, so chapter 2 is TheClick's response video. Not even 1 day ago, while I'm working on this video, Click made a response video to all of this. Oh my god. Illuminati is worse than we thought. So the pedophilia accusations were totally bullshit, essentially. Illuminati failed to provide proof that Click took immediate action. During the ban, when it was all going down, Click was asleep, as it was currently 2 a.m. for him. The pedophile was almost immediately banned, and he was banned for a while until Illuminati finally took any action about this herself, basically saying anything about this. The pedophile was already banned, action was already taken, but Click was still asleep because it was still 2 a.m. for him. She literally acted all nice talking to Click, saying that she's proud of him, but behind his back, she attacked him and accused his server of being very poorly made, basically poor moderation, all that stuff, because some of the stat between these two communities intertwined, and one of them just was really poor at his moderation work. Instead of banning the person, he went to basically snitch to Illuminati about this. I have no idea what's wrong with this woman, but then again, she began sending spies, attempting to control somebody else's server like she owned it, even though this is not her server whatsoever. And plus, I think Click's Discord server is a public one, and he doesn't have to be there all the time. It's not his Of course, he's the owner. It is his responsibility. But at the end of the day, you have to understand, he has his own life. That's why he has the staff team. And he said that he changes the staff team once every few months because people do misconduct. It's just natural. Click was also a part of the Sad Build project, which didn't go as well due to time constraints, drama, and not enough revenue. After Click decided to leave the project, Illuminati went on a rampage to end his reputation. She literally there's literally proof of her spending $200 on a person. Like, the person actually received the money to find evidence of Click saying the R word from back like when it was 2010, when he was playing Minecraft as a high schooler and was barely an adult of that age. Afterwards, she wrote up some massive notepad message and disguised herself as an alt account on Reddit to try and expose Click. She literally failed to switch back to her alt account when responding to the Reddit post as well, which is kind of funny. I will link Click's response video to the accusations done by Illuminati if you want to watch. The video was done very professionally and with full proof of everything. The job was done phenomenal. It's just very professional. I really, really enjoyed it. Way better than emotional fucking Illuminati here. Alright, let's move on to chapter 3. Wonder's response. After Click finished with the video, he gave us some indications Wonder may also make a response video. The only thing we have from Wonder about this is a document file where he addressed the accusations done by Illuminati. So let's go through it. I will only mention the car situation about Wonder because I feel like this is the only important thing about all of this. If you want to know more, go and watch Click's response video and read through Wonder's Twitter threads and his response. Also, out of respect for Wonder, I will not dig into his emotional trauma he experienced living with Illuminati. So So yeah, let's just go to Wonder's response about the car. Alright, so I'm reading his words here, word for word. So, as for the car, the contract was not legally binding. I had an ex-police officer, a former contract maker, and lawyer to look over it. It is a fluff contract. I did have insurance. The car never resided in Austin, Texas. I was not living there. My address had been changed to Colorado Springs. I had discussed with Oz due to Blair and I not being on speaking terms about returning the car. Blair asked that I pay for the depreciation value and I agreed, meaning I would pay even without having the car. When I asked to see what I was legally bound to, I never received an answer. Blair then, in the end of the night, came to my father's home, revoked the car along with all my possessions inside of it. The car was a mess due to me living in it. The windshield was cracked when a semi-truck kicked up a rock into it. I went to the BMW dealership and they said I could bring it back later that week and they could fix it no problem. I was there due to blowing a flat. Blair has this record. I would not have returned the car in that state and I never intended to. Blair revoked the car because she knew I was not legally bound to it. I had no way to retrieve my belongings that were taken in the car and in Colorado. I had no money to my name due to moving, insurance, monthly car payments, followed by deposits and application fees for apartments. I sent multiple legal demand letters for my belongings after Blair said she would make arrangements to return them, which she never followed through on. My father contacted on my behalf for months. Her lawyer said he would go after my dad and I for harassment. Legalities are not threats. I was and continue to be within my rights. As per the contract, it was not legally binding. However, if it were, I had paid for a full month of the car and it was repossessed before that time. So if it were legally binding, Blair would owe me that remaining amount for that month's. Alright, so let me clear up a bit. Blair, by the way, is Illuminati. And I'm just gonna talk, I'm just not even reading the script, I just want to tell my live response to all of this shit about the car. So the proof and the pictures I've seen about the car are like the most stupidest thing you can ever imagine. Now the cracked windshield can be easily fixed in a car dealership. It doesn't cost that much money, about a few $100s at most. Flat tire can also be easily fixed. The cockpit type of the storage in the front of the car, the handle being broken, easily fixed. You can go to a junkyard or go to a dealership, it will replace it for you. The poor clean state of the car can be also easily fixed. You could just vacuum it, clean the car, or go for a chemical cleaning. Doesn't take that long. Everything can be fixed very quickly. So the complaint she put up about the car's condition is so poor. Like, it's not even that bad. It's actually normal. Like, a cracked windshield, it happens. Sometimes you drive, and some car picks it up. There's been very, very many videos of this happening. It's not his fault. It happens in life. Some roads are just very gravel, there's tons of gravel and stuff, lots of rocks. So, you can't blame the dude. It just happens. But the situation can be easily fixed. I don't understand. Why the hell did she pay huge amounts of money for a very new car when she could have literally paid about $5,000 to about $10,000 at most, even less than that, a much more easier, much more cheaper car for him? Why did you pay so much money for this fucking car? I don't understand this part. I really don't. It's just so fucking weird that she paid so much money for this car to some random fucking editor. I don't get this person. I really don't. Like I said, I'm not getting into the emotional, I'm not getting to the real life stuff, the other real life stuff. The car situation was the only interesting part about this video, and I don't want to, disturb more of Wonder's privacy. So yeah, let's go to the last chapters of this video, chapter 4, my last thoughts. This is getting worse and worse as more people come out with proof about how horrible this person actually is. It's actually just disgusting of Illuminati to literally be giving out suicide notes, paying $200 to dig up old and irrelevant evidence and going on and all to ruin somebody's reputation. I hope Illuminati's channel suffers because she truly is a horrible person. Before Click's response video, I thought Illuminati should just move on from this, but after I heard it all, I completely changed my mind. This whore deserves nothing but suffering. Guys, be careful in life. People like this bitch will manipulate and ruin your life 10 times over if you're not careful. Well, that's all I have for you today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments or in my Discord server, which you can join. Alright, that's about it. See ya.